What's up, y'all? It's Anime Gamer back with another video. I did this video a little bit last night, and then I was like, well, I guess 2 hours is a bit too much, you know. So I went ahead and deleted the video, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk about the same stuff, you know, and instead I'm gonna split it up into probably multiple parts. So right now I'll do the first part and then second part, you know, sometime, you know, so on and so forth. But, you know, they want their ego fed. They really do. And, you know, people that's in the Matrix, they want their ego fed, you know, and when you don't affirm their ego, you know, they get mad, they act childish, you know, they really start showing their colors, the selfish, you know, and you see this a lot, I mean, you know, just with all kinds of people, you know, like, whether it be people, you know, out and about, people at the grocery store, you know, people at the church or whatever. Sadly, it's in the church. You know, but the thing is like, I'll give an example, like something that's, you know, kind of like a weird thing that people in the Matrix do. You know, I've talked a lot about that on my channel, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit again today. Is they like certain people will just randomly walk up to you or something, and you know, it's like they'll be like, you know, hey, are you all right? You know, are you okay? You know, and it's like, yeah, you know, or if you're not okay, you know, you'd be like, yeah, but you know, I'm just talking about like nearly any situation, you know, like they'll be like, you know, you okay, you all right and stuff, and you know, it's kind of really weird, to be honest, why they just randomly come up and just to a man or a woman and ask them that, like, because, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, caring for your fellow man and woman, that's a good thing, you know, I'm not saying it's not, but, you know, it's not, you know, these people, they're not doing it because they genuinely are concerned about you, like, they're doing it, you know, for, like, nosiness, and you know, like, you know, that's what they do. Like, I mean, there's people that'll drive around town, you know, and just see what everybody else is doing, well, who's at their house, and, you know, stalking, and I don't know, it's really weird stuff, really immature. And also, you know, like how I was just saying a while ago, they will just walk up to you and be like, hey, you okay? And, you know, you all right? Or whatnot, or, you know, like, not only is it nosiness, but it's like, you know, they're trying to plant some doubt in your mind, you know, like, you know, for the chosen one, because, you know, but you know, because what it is like, you know, no, I'm fine, you know, it's like, you know, and then they'll walk off real awkward, or they'll go, oh, you know, I didn't mean that, or, you know, it didn't sound how it meant, you know, when it did, you know. They do that a lot, too. They'll say something, you know, and they'll say, oh, it didn't mean it like that, when they clearly did. When it's clearly meant for that, you know, you just know, you know, like, and, you know, people that do that, their lives are miserable, honestly. Their lives are miserable, and it's just seeing who can be more fake, who can be more of a hater, who can, you know, win the hater contest. And yeah, it's just, you know, it's just crazy, you know. And it's like, you know, they're trying to make you plant seeds of doubt in your mind, you know, and then you're sitting there thinking, they're trying to get in your head, you know, and it's like, you know, well, you know, am I okay? Like, you know, like, You know, there's been times, you know, like where people thought that, you know, I've even been one of them, you know, like, and I'm sure some of you have too. Like, you'll be like, well, are you okay? Or like, am I okay? And it's like you just start questioning and doubting, like, you know, because it's like, you know, when they do that, it's like, you know, same thing with like somebody who's got like an addiction or something. That they want to, you know, tell everybody. Like I was telling before, you know, in the church, if you tell a pastor something, the whole church will know. And, you know, it's pretty much like they want to make fun of this person, you know, because they get off on it. You know, and it's not just church, it's just really anybody, you know, that's in the Matrix and stuff. And, you know, they'll be like, oh, so-and-so, did you hear that? Oh, they're doing this or they're going through such and such, you know, and, you know, it's like, you know, just no. No, we do not do that, you know, us chosen ones, we do not conform. And, you know, and that makes them mad too, you know, because, you know, like if we walk away, you know, and they do some of this weird stuff, you know, that I've talked about on this channel. You know, it's like, you know, they'll be like, oh, he walked away, you know, what the heck, you know, this guy, we got to figure out how to get him in the Matrix, you know, we got to figure out what exactly to do because, you know, he's different, you know, and they'll also view you as like broken or like a defect or, you know, like something's wrong with you. And I believe that's one reason why they'll say, you know, are you okay? And, you know, stuff like that. That's probably one reason why they do it, you know, as well as nosiness, you know. And, you know, but like, yeah, and, you know, people like that are just, they're really weird, they're really awkward, and I don't, they get off on it. They get off on doing that, and another thing too is when they do this, you know, it's kind of like a gut feeling to get away from them, you know, don't ignore that gut feeling, obviously, and you know, a lot of people tend to do it because the Matrix doesn't want you to, you know, listen to your gut instincts, you know, and, you know, that's bad all around too, like that is bad all around because, you know, your gut instincts can save you from a whole lot of hardship, you know. Sorry if I take great pauses, you know, my throat's a little dry and I'm kind of focusing on this game too, so I'm still going to talk, but, you know, I may like kind of stop for abruptly for a couple of seconds to get a drink. But, yeah, they will, it's just, yeah, it's really weird behavior, really standoffish behavior too, and it's just, you know, we don't need that kind of stuff in our lives, obviously, and it's just, sorry, I kind of zoned out. Anyway, it's just, like, you know, another thing also as well is that they will, you know, be glad, like, you know, it's like, you know, oh, you know, he's got a problem, she's got a problem, you know, let's talk about it, you know, let's embarrass the heck out of them, or, you know, let's, you know, that's the way that these people think, you know, these narcissists and backbiters and, you know, a lot of people in the Matrix, that's the way they think. And, you know, people like that, you know, it's just, no. But I just kind of wanted to make a short one on this. You know, I will talk more about this another time. You know, I know I talked about it a lot last night, and you know, but I was like, well, you know, maybe the video's too long, you know, for that, because there's so much I could talk about, you know, on stuff like this, especially stuff like about the want their egos fed, you know, but like, you know, when you don't affirm their ego, they get extremely standoffish and mad, you know, and you know, there's been people like that, you know, that I've dealt with, you know, because, you know, I've had people walk up to me, you know, or something, you know, and be like, you know, well, are you okay, you know, are you all right, or, you know, and it's like, yeah, you know, why, and if I wasn't, you know, why would I tell you, like, you know, that's just kind of one of the ways it is in the Western world, you know, but yeah, it's just really weird, and, you know, people like that too. I'll tell you another thing that they do, like, especially with these narcissists, what they do is that they will not change, they will not take accountability for anything, and, you know, it's the same way with people who want their ego fed, you know, they won't admit they're wrong, like, you know, you'll hear them say, well, you know, I went to therapy, I did this, and, you know, I've changed, you know, and all this, but, you know, and whatever it is they say, you'll notice, you know, there's no taking accountability for their actions. There's no, you know, them admitting what they did wrong. They're not going to do that, you know, and it's like, no, you know, that process cannot begin. The forgiving process, the healing process cannot begin until they own up to what they did. You know, I mean, I believe, you know, in the Bible, there's many forms of forgiveness, you know, but because, like, you know, the thing is with these people is, like, you know, when you're asking for forgiveness for God, you know, like, say you did some sort of sin, and, you know, you made a mistake or whatever, and it's like, you know, you feel genuinely sorry for it, and then you start talking to God. You know, if you can't tell God what, you know, you done wrong, like the Bible talks about, you know, confess your sins and He'll forgive you if you're sorry. You know, that's what the whole thing of forgiveness is. Like, it's you confess what you did wrong, you know, and you know, you got to try to change, you know, something. And these narcissists, they can change, they just don't want to. But, you know, you got to change. It's, you know, actions speak louder than words, you know, but yeah, when you're asking for forgiveness for God, you're addressing the issues. You're addressing the problem, you know, from the separation of the relationship due to sin. You are addressing the fact that you sinned, you messed up, you did something wrong, and, you know, these narcissists and stuff, you know, people want their ego fed, backbiters and gang stalkers, they do not do that. They don't. You will never hear that from them, you know, and it's like, you know, what they'll do is they'll throw a pity party, like, oh, woe is me, kind of thing, like, oh, how could you think that, or how could you say that, you know, and it's like, no, I don't want that, you know, I don't. Or they'll be like, oh, you know, it's like, no, I don't want that, you know, I want accountability for the actions you did. I want you to own up to what you did, say what you did wrong. That's what I want. And, you know, these people, they do not do that. They refuse to do that. And, you know, if you have people like this in your life, you know, there is no point in arguing with these kinds of people. And, yeah, you know, but I thought I would kind of touch a little bit on this because I know I made a 2-hour video about this last night, and then I was like, I went to bed thinking like, well, maybe I made that like way too long, you know, because I talked about a lot of stuff about this, you know. So what I'll do is I'll divide it into parts and stuff. But I guess I'm going to end this one here for the first part, I reckon. I do want to get on here and talk about a little something else. But, yeah, you know, if don't affirm their ego, you know, because we do not conform to them. We do not conform to the Matrix, you know. We do not conform, you know, and that makes them mad. That makes them angry. You know, they think we're broken, defective, you know, and you know you're not defective, you know, and I'll probably do another video on some stuff like that some other time, but you know, yeah. So yeah, if anybody's got like some stuff like that they've had in their life dealing with narcissists and stuff, you know, I would love to honestly hear about it. You know, whether it's narcissism or, you know, people wanting their ego fed, which all this goes hand in hand really, you know, but, you know, anything about, you know, weird things you've seen like through the Matrix, you know, I would love to see it, you know, hear about it. But, yeah, you know, I guess I'm going to end this one here. You know, I'm going to shoot up another live and talk about something else. But, yeah, so, you know, God bless you all and have a good day.